Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Fear Review. I'm William,
And I'm Amy.
and today we are going to talk about a Disney horror movie marathon that we did this past weekend. We mentioned on some of our other videos that we are going to be in Orlando in the next couple of weeks for our 25th wedding anniversary. So,
Celebrate. Celebrate with Mickey.
oh God. So we decided we were going to do a Disney horror movie marathon because we haven't done our Halloween horror movie day. And Amy wanted to do some Disney movies.
Especially, you keep saying we decided. I didn't decide.
It
But
was a
that's
group
okay.
brainstorming. It was,
The brainstorming was, I said Disney movie day. And you turned it into a horror.
it's a collaboration.
Yeah. That's okay.
So we figured we'll touch on all of the movies and then kind of give a final ranking on them at the end. And then let you know what we're going to do next week.
Yeah, so we're not going to do like the spoiler-free section. So these movies have all been around for a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, well, some of them came out earlier this year. So there could be spoilers throughout this entire video. So
we'll let you know what we're going to review. If you don't want to know anything about that one, you can skip past it.
I think everybody's going to be fine with spoilers in these movies.
Yeah, probably.
But I will.
So first movie that we started off with was the new Haunted Mansion. I think it was 2023.
Yeah.
Which
It was fantastic.
knew that's what you were going to think, obviously.
I loved all the actors in it. The acting. It was hilarious. Tons of Easter eggs. Just makes me so excited to go and ride the ride at the park.
Yeah, that's my favorite ride. And it was cool, like, because of course we've ridden it a gazillion times. Being able to look and go, oh, that's that thing from around. Oh, that's there. There's the guy and his dog. There's the head that follows you. There's the cat lady.
That
all
chair
those
looks like the ride, the Doom Buggy.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool things in there for that. And it was set in New Orleans, and that's my favorite city, probably in the U.S. And so the whole time I'm like, I want to go back to New Orleans.
We do need to go back to New Orleans.
I want to go back to New Orleans.
It's been a couple of years.
Yeah.
Love their food. Love their people.
Yeah. And it felt like New Orleans too in the
Yeah.
movie, which was good.
Just don't go in the summer. It's pretty humid.
Yeah. But I agree. The movie was really good. It was funny. You thought it was a little scary.
It was. I jumped multiple times. And I remember when we went and saw it in the theater when it came out, Mom and I were sitting next to each other and we both jumped and screamed a couple of times. I remember leaving Mom going, that's pretty scary.
Of course, your mom's going to think that. Your mom gets scared at everything. But
I thought it was a little scary. I didn't jump as much this time because, we've seen it a couple of times, but it's spooky. But it's fun.
it's fun.
It's a fun spooky.
And it's good that it is because it's on a mansion. It's supposed to be a little spooky.
Yeah.
And, but your acting was really good. I thought the story was really good too. Had some good, like, emotional kind of beats to it.
Oh, yeah, I cried.
Danny DeVito. I mean, you can't beat Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I mean, well, it has a ton of people in it. That was really good. There's Owen Wilson, Tiffany Haddish.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
Lakeith Stanfield, I think, was Ben in the movie.
Yeah, I liked him. Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson, she's good.
And then the little boy, he got us a couple of times with his reactions and his facial expressions. He is just adorable.
Yeah, he plays kind of like a little nerdy kind of little kid, but he's super
I loved him.
good. What was the thing that always gets me is Action Man. With, like, the cheap action figure, and he has a shoe, and what's his
His
say it again, boy.
And when he says it, the boy was like the face that he makes.
He's like jumps.
Oh, he
yeah.
did such a good little job. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't say enough. I was glad we started with that one, although I was kind of sad because I was like, oh, it's going to be all downhill from here.
Yeah. But it wasn't. So we'll get into that. Did we want to give our normal kind of ratings on it?
Yeah, that's a buyer for me.
I'd say that one's a buyer too.
Yeah.
I'd say that one's a buyer. I agree.
Buyer. Okay. Then we watched Screamboat.
Screamboat. I kept calling it Screamboat Willie, but it's just Screamboat.
Yeah, which is basically Steamboat Willie. It's a story with Steamboat Willie in it.
Yeah. So those of you who don't know, it's Steamboat Willie was the very first cartoon that Walt Disney did, and it's now public domain, which I think last year, I think is when it was, maybe this year. So now, as soon as it was going public domain, where people could just do anything they want with it, like I think 5 movies came out.
I was about to say
like,
they immediately started doing horror movies about him.
Yeah, but this one stars. I'm gonna mess this up. His name, David Thornton, who plays the Terrifier, is Steamboat Willie in it. He plays the mouse, right? He was like the early version of Mickey Mouse. But I thought this one was fun. I was really surprised how much I liked this movie.
I was too. I didn't think I was gonna like any of the other movies, but this one was pretty funny.
Yeah, and if I was gonna pick one that I liked, it wouldn't have been this one from the list. Like ahead of time, if I had to like guess which one I was gonna, aside from Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
But it was just fun.
It was silly,
over the top.
Yeah, very bloody,
and very Disney. Like it had tons of Disney stuff in it.
I think that's what got me still liking the movie was, I mean, they had girls dressed up getting on this ferry boat, and they were the princesses, the way they were dressed. You had Cinderella, Aurora, Jasmine, Belle, and
one other.
And Ariel.
Yeah.
I mean, their names weren't, it was like their names were like Cindy and, you know, they weren't, but they were dressed in the colors and they had the hair color and stuff of those princesses. And then they had music that was, you know, from the movies. And then these just little one-liners constantly that was like, oh yeah, come on, be our guest.
Yes.
And
I forget about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like throughout, like
the whole time. Oh, it's a magical place. Like
as much as they could put that in the movie, they possibly did. And there's like other cool things, like someone falls in the water and then you look in the water and there's stuff floating around them and it's like Chip and it's Miss Potts and like an umbrella for Mary Poppins and stuff like that. So that was a lot of fun just watching it for that. But,
like whoever made this, either I think is a Disney fan, because there was a lot of Easter eggs in this one.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't necessarily put in a story, or I don't think if you didn't like Disney.
Yeah, if they weren't, they put in the work to like research and figure it out. But
this one also had a penis in it.
That is right.
But
it was
funny.
Yeah,
because it gets chopped off.
And it gets
gets
chopped off.
It
gets chopped off, and then there's this scene where someone's working on some, like under a car or something, trying to fix it, and he's asking, "Hey, give me a screwdriver, give me this, give me that," and it's Steamboat Willie, and he doesn't know it at the time that's handing him stuff, and he just hands him this rag, and he like opens it up, and it falls out and just lands on his face and sits there, and it was
so hard.
It was so ridiculous, but it was funny.
It is an over the top, ridiculous, campy movie, but it was. Yeah. I enjoyed it. And Steamboat Willie, even though he's a little grimy, they made him really cute because he's like, you know, just a big mouse. You know, so he's not very tall.
Yeah.
Kind of like a little Chucky doll or something. But he dances and he taps his little foot and like he's cute.
Yeah, he played it really well. He was kind of looking a little kind of like they painted the Grinch black, like his face and stuff, which makes kind of sense. But yeah, he was like campy, kind of like he was murderous, but then he would be like, "Oh, shucks,"
yeah,
you know, that kind of like,
yeah.
So it really worked. It was just a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, what is your rating on this one?
A full price, like
It's worth full. I'd say, probably. A matinee. It was really funny.
It was a lot of fun.
It was.
So, yeah. Okay, next.
Can't say that about this next one.
No. This, I very quickly knew.
I mean, it's not the worst on the list, but whew.
Okay, so next was Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey, which I had never seen. I had always heard about it, and that it kind of had a little bit of a fan base. I always thought it was like just a couple of people dressed up like Winnie the Pooh or something, and they were slashers.
Well, I could see that because they kind of look that way.
Yeah. but
of.
it's not it.
No.
Like I said it early on that it's Winnie-the-Pooh Chainsaw Massacre. Like that's pretty much what it felt like. And as soon as it started like showing itself to be that, I was like, oh, Amy's hating this movie.
I was. It was grimy, and Pooh was gross, and Piglet was gross. And you don't see any of the other characters. You just see Pooh and Piglet. And like Pooh keeps eating honey, and it's like the mask is so cheap, like you can't even barely move the mouse. So it's like the honey just keeps wiping it on his face.
It seemed very plastic.
Yeah, but then everything's just gritty. I don't like those gritty movies.
And at the very beginning, they tell the story of Christopher Robin and them were friends, and then Christopher Robin leaves, and they have to turn to cannibalism, and they eat Eeyore. And as soon as that happened, you were like, I think you're like, ooh, no.
Yeah. Well, because it was like he was feeding these animals in the woods, and they were surviving just because he was feeding them. So when he left them high and dry, they couldn't fend for themselves. Yeah. So it started out super dark, and I felt a little bad for them at first because they're only showing it to you in like a little, like a storybook. So I don't know how ugly they are yet. And then he's not even in the right clothes. I know Pooh doesn't wear pants, but at least put a red shirt on it, just a solid red short sleeve shirt, and then overalls if you want to. But it wasn't right, and the costume was awful.
And Pooh's like secret power was the Pooh slap.
Oh my god!
For whatever reason, like that was his. He was like, bam.
And they would make it look like he got ginormous, and then just slapped people.
Yeah, he like slapped someone's face off.
It looks stupid, and it looks like it's almost like extended with like a stick.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was my joke. I was just coming up with it, like, got to keep that Pooh hand strong.
Yeah, you did. That's probably the only reason I was not taking a nap during that one.
Yeah, I didn't dislike it.
And none of the animals talked, which that irritated me because they all talk.
Yeah, they said that like they have like broken English, but I don't ever think they even tried to speak in the first one. No, they didn't even
speak in this one.
But other horror fans may enjoy it because the kills are brutal. So maybe check it out. I mean, it's bloody. One person's
head gets ran over by a car.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But.
Yeah, I mean, it was gory and bloody and absolutely no cute references to Disney stuff. I did not get any Disney feels from this movie.
Not in the slightest.
So that one is a don't bother. That's an awful accent. Sorry, I was trying to sound like Pooh.
Yeah, I'd say a streamer. It's not a don't bother. Thanks for noticing me.
See, that's a better Eeyore than my don't bother.
Yeah, I'd say streamer. So,
believe it or not, it's better than the next one.
Oh yeah, though. Next one,
Mouse of Horrors.
It's gonna be a quick segment.
Yeah, because it was between that Mousetrap, but we had already tried to watch Mousetrap several months ago and had bailed.
Well, let's take a step back. After finishing Blood and Honey, we were originally going to go to Blood and Honey 2.
You're right.
And you hated Blood and Honey.
Hated it.
So you were like, no, let's...
Can we please pivot?
Yeah, let's watch something else.
Pivot.
So we went with Mouse of Horrors.
Yeah, out of all the trailers that we watched, that one looked the best.
We are not good judges of movies by the trailer, apparently.
Obviously not.
We got probably 2 minutes after the credit, like the
so
title screen.
Like 10 minutes in, 5 minutes in.
And the sound was so bad.
They were standing by the ocean, and I could not hear a word they were saying. All you could hear was the ocean.
All that. There was one part where you were just like, what is that noise? And I was like, that's supposed to be the lady running.
Oh, yeah. It
didn't like match her feet. Like, yeah.
It didn't. Nothing. And then you already saw the mouse already. And the first 5 minutes, you saw the killer, and he looks like he's wearing a mask, but then also looks like they might be thinking he's part mouse, but then he's got human ears and then the mouse ears and then I don't.
It seems like it's supposed to be kind of like a Frank and Mickey kind of a thing going on, but
yeah, like he's supposed to find body parts, but we bailed on it.
Yeah, we bailed on it. And so you're like, maybe Blood and Honey 2 won't be so bad.
Yeah, maybe. So obviously Mouse of Horrors is a don't bother. We couldn't even
We did
shit.
not bother.
We did not bother.
Yeah.
So yeah, I then said, I guess I was too harsh on Blood and Honey because that was better than this. So we started part 2.
Started Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 2.
2.
Which surprisingly was, to me, substantially better than the first one.
So much better.
So much better. Like they completely changed up the design
Yep.
Of the 100-acre animals. I don't know what you call them as a group.
Yeah, they look way better.
They
do talk.
They talk. They actually have more of them now. It's not just Piglet and Pooh.
Yep, now you see Owl and Tigger.
Tigger too.
And Tigger too. Yes. And they were smart because I was like, these characters don't look the same at all. What's going on? Well, they sit there and say that part 1 was a movie.
Based on what happened
To Christopher Robin and his 100-acre friends.
Yeah.
They made a movie about it. So I was like, okay, that works.
Like it seemed like that did well enough that, oh, hey, we got some more money. We can kind of up our game a little bit. And that was a smart way to kind of still have the first one be a thing, but like you can redo it and it not be weird.
And they did.
Different.
They made it better.
They did. The story was better. The acting was better.
The quality was better.
Yeah.
I appreciate better quality.
They had cooler moves than a slap.
They had some Disney because at one point Pooh does say, "Oh, bother."
Yes. And you were like, yes.
I was so happy.
But yeah, it was really cool. They had Owl and he was kind of, I want to say like the
main.
I don't know if he's a leader, but I guess just because he's wise, he's like, but
I liked they did a good job on his voice.
Yeah, they had cool kills.
I'm trying to remember. Like when we watch things like that all day, like with bloody kills, because all of these movies were super bloody, but in the fake kind of blood.
Yeah.
So it's not as horrific to watch. Then I'm like, which one were these kills?
I don't know which ones you're thinking. The one it's one of the very first ones. I was like, oh man. When he knocks over the trailer and then the girl's laying on the ground and he like steps on her arm and breaks one arm and then steps on another one and breaks it. And then he carries around a bear trap the whole time, then puts the bear trap down over her face and like.
That's right. And the one girl comes out and she's all burned up and like comes out of the water that she jumped. And like it's all swollen with like the. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of them. Like a pole went through their head. I don't know which.
Yeah.
I don't know which movie that was.
That happened in Screamboat.
Oh.
To I think Cindy. I could be wrong. Anyway.
Oh yeah, okay, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, but yeah, that one way better than the original. Then that was kind of a surprise too.
Yeah, and they set it up definitely to where there's going to be another one. It seems like.
I can't remember if it was after the credits or it was just at the very end, but.
Yeah, a couple of them had something after the credits.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're all still there. So that one, what would be your?
Probably a matinee.
See, and I would say it's a streamer.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say a matinee. I was going between streamer and matinee. I think matinee. I think it was definitely for me. It's good enough to be a matinee.
I didn't laugh as much as I did in Screamboat, and it didn't give me the Disney feels for a horror movie. That's like full on horror movie to give me Disney feels. I mean, props to them.
That's true. Yeah,
huge props to them.
They did a really good job, and now we're going back to Screamboat, but they did a really good job of walking that horror and funny line and camp. It was still horror, but it was funny and campy and just all like perfectly balanced.
It was. So that's number 1 on my list is Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, that's the best one out of all of them, I think. Not as horror as the others, but I just think
it's spooky. It counts.
It counts. But yeah, I think that's the best of the movies. Then I think Screamboat, because that was just fun.
It was fun.
Then Blood and Honey 2.
Yep.
That was the next best. Then Blood and Honey, and then Mouse of Horse.
Obviously. Poor thing. Yeah. I felt bad when like we can't even finish a movie.
Yeah.
Because I know people work really hard to do it. And, kudos to them for making a movie and getting it out there. Because a lot of people can't even do that. So
yeah, no, I respect
just because
it.
we don't like it, y'all might.
Yeah, it's true.
Everybody deserves a magical time and a
Lord.
happy ending.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us today. We will be reviewing Black Phone this weekend, so look for that on Saturday.
Black Phone 2.
You are correct. We are not going to be doing Black Phone. We're going to be doing Black Phone 2 this Saturday.
Yes. And maybe, we could sit and watch a non-horror Disney movie just to prepare for our trip.
I don't know if that feels right, but we'll see.
Whatever.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit like and subscribe. And tune in next time to The Fear Review, where the fear is family.